Hello, this is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show, and we have a long one today. Winners of the West. Now, the Southwest Central Railroad Company is attempting to build a railroad through Hell's Gate Pass. Never a good name. However, King Carter, the self-appointed ruler of the land beyond the pass, does not want this to happen. So we send in a good guy, Dick Foran. I always liked him as a cowboy. So here we go with the first couple chapters of Winners of the West. We'll be back.
Típelo. Venga, vamos, ustedes, no coja boca, así de que estoy.
Hey, here's a marker set up for Jeff. Boys, we'll start our survey from here.
Whoever named this Hellgate Pass sure know what they were talking about. Can you imagine a railroad coming up through here, Jim?
It never will if we don't have better luck than our last survey party.
I hope Jeff and Tex can keep those redskins from coming up on us.
Listen, those trailblazers can smell an Indian more than you and I can see him. Okay, boys, let's get going.
You know, Tex, I smell smoke.
About time you noticed it, Jeff. I've been smelling it a full 5 minutes.
You liar.
Well, maybe only 3 minutes.
The wind seems to be coming through that canyon. Let's ride over and see whose fire it is.
Probably Indians wiped out our last survey party.
Well, we got to find out anyway.
Oh, we will.
Come on.
Still smoldering. They must have just left.
About 10 of the Redskins gone out that way, probably trying to get behind our party.
We gotta warn Jim.
Too late for that.
No, it's not. We'll cut over that hill. We ought to be able to signal the boys from the top of that ridge.
Yeah.
Jeff's alarm signal. Indians, get under cover, men, and let them have it.
Goading's going for help.
He'll never make it. Tell the boys to get back to camp.
Yeah.
We know. Dig it hole.
Well, that weren't much of a scrap.
A couple of the boys got careless, forgot to duck. What's Jeff trying to do, collect a scalp?
Nope, he's got ideas. Said for you to get packed up and out of here.
Why should we? We got those Indians licked.
Listen, Jeff knows what he's talking about. Get these animals back pronto.
Hey, wait a minute. Here comes Jeff.
Indians! Come on!
It's enough. Turn it to top. Huckle. Carter in?
Yeah. He's doing a little trading with the Indians. That's so, man.
Pizza, zachgeben.
Well, what happens, that guy?
Well, we chased survey party out of Pass, Carter.
Chased them. Your orders was to wipe them out.
We couldn't. That hombre from Dodge City was leading them.
Oh, our friend Jeff Ramsay again, huh?
Yeah, he knows a lot about engines.
I gotta meet up with that man, Ramsay.
Better look out. Remember, he cleaned up Morgan's gang in Dodge City.
Yes, and Morgan was faster on the draw than Wild Bill.
Did you hear that Ramsay's boss, builder of railroad, has come?
Yes, John Hartford, the man who helped build the Union Pacific. I sent word for him to meet me in Black Hawk.
Think they mean war?
And if I can persuade him that it's healthier to build around Sunset Mesa than through it. But easy.
Yeah.
An army of Jeff Ramsays can't bring a railroad here. This is my empire, and I intend to hold it. Take Chief War Eagle some horses and steers. I may need all his braves.
Hell.
And if you men had the courage of a locoed sheep, you'd walk off this job with me.
Take the wounded in the construction camp and have them attended to. I'm going to see what's going on over there. Right.
Get out of here, you short-horned agitator. The rest of you men get back to work.
Thank you, have his safe, Bill. Maybe he's right.
Listen, men. We're fools to be working for such pay with the danger of having our scalps lifted by Indians in the bargain.
What's your idea in arousing these workmen?
I'm doing it for their own good.
I'm not that easy. Who's paying you to stir up trouble?
Nobody. I think these men should know the truth.
Well, I'll never get it from you. Now get out. Get out! Get on your feet and get out of here while you can still walk. If I catch you on this job again, you won't be able to.
All right, you fellas, get back to work.
Wasn't that rather brutal?
Well, maybe so, but in this case, it was absolutely necessary.
I don't believe it.
Well, I don't care what you believe. And I'd also like to have you know, young lady, that women are no more welcome on this job than agitators are.
Such an air of authority could surely come from none other than the famous Jeff Ramsay.
Well, outside of that famous part of it, you're right. But inasmuch as you seem to know who I am, haven't you rather the advantage of me?
I certainly have. And I mean to keep it.
Who is that girl, Bill?
I don't know. All I know is she came here in a private car with a big boss.
You mean Mr. Hartford?
Yep.
I didn't know the big chief had gotten here yet. I wonder if she...
Hiya, Jeff. Hiya, boys. How's the job coming?
How are the men that were wounded?
They'll be all right.
Nothing serious. Mr. Hartford got in a little before we expected him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in his car waiting for you.
Hey, Jim, did you see anything of a girl with him?
Girl?
I guess you didn't.
Where can I find John Hartford?
What do you want to see him for?
Not that it's any of your business, but I got a letter here for him from King Carter. Hey, give me that letter. I'm responsible for it.
I'll deliver that letter. Come on, get out of here.
And I want to congratulate you, Jeff, on the excellent construction progress you've made, in spite of the setbacks you've experienced.
Thank you, Mr. Hartford. You know, our troubles date from the time that you instructed me to put the road through Hellgate Pass.
How do you account for it?
Well, the territory west of the pass is owned by a man named King Carter, or at least he claims it. And it's no secret that he doesn't want the road to go through his country.
Have you met this King Carter?
No, not yet.
Well, perhaps he has his prize.
Well, maybe, but I doubt it. He's hard and ruthless. Well, when the word got out that we were going through the pass, a survey party was massacred by Indians. And agitators started stirring up the workmen. Attempts were made to kill the men in charge.
Well, the Indians have always been hostile.
Well, in this case, I think that they were incited by white men.
Do you suppose this Carter is back of this?
Frankly, I do. But there's no definite proof.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd believe you were afraid of this King Carter.
And you'd probably be right. Mr. Carter is undoubtedly a big man.
Where? I don't understand. Oh, my daughter, Jeff Ramsay.
Mr. Ramsay and I have already met, haven't we, Mr. Ramsay?
Yes. I don't see how we could possibly know each other.
Well, I witnessed Mr. Ramsay's masterful handling of one of his men.
Man brought this to you, Mr. Hartford.
Thank you.
You'd better read it. It's from King Carter.
Just who does this Carter think he is? He's practically ordered me to meet him in his town of Black Hawk tomorrow. His town, if you please.
Well, he owns it. You'd better meet him.
You would advise that, being afraid of him yourself.
Miss, I guess you don't know Jeff Ramsay. He's not afraid of King Carter or any man that walks.
Have he and King Carter ever met?
Not yet, but they will. And I sure hope I'm there when they do.
I'll meet Carter tomorrow. Arrange transportation.
Yes, sir.
I understand that Carter just about owns everything in town.
Yeah, he sure throws a lot of weight around here.
You are Messrs. Hartford and Ramsay. Mr. Carter will see you in his office. Mr. Hartford, Mr. Ramsay, Mr. King Carter.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Your prop, gentlemen. Please be seated. Our time is valuable, so I'll save as much of it as possible. We'll get down to cases.
That's the way I like to do business.
Good. I'll state my terms. If you mean to extend your railroad farther west than Black Hawk, you must go around the Red Hills and not through them.
I have a franchise from the government to build this road.
When you reach Hellgate Pass, Mr. Hartford, I'm the government.
I don't understand.
You will. For even if I don't stop you, the Indians would.
Don't the Indians ever trouble you, Mr. Carter?
No, I have a peace treaty with them, which I and they respect.
You don't have any Indians on your payroll, do you?
No, I don't have to. It's as much to their interest as mine to keep you out.
What you mean is that if we don't build through the pass into Sunset Mesa, then we won't have any trouble with any Indians.
Well, I can't exactly answer that.
You've stated your terms. Now I'll state mine. I'm going to build the road through Hellgate Pass if I have to get the United States Army to help me.
The Army's too busy with Indian uprisings to help build a railroad that would only add to their troubles.
Just as a matter of record, Mr. Carter, I advised Mr. Hartford that to build through Hellgate Pass might prove expensive. However, if he orders the railroad through Hellgate,
My friends at Dodge City told me that you were a smart man, Ramsay, especially with a gun.
well, coming from a man that's reputed to be one of the best shots in the territory, I take that as a compliment.
And if occasion arose when we had to draw on one another,
Tie would do neither one of us any good.
you get my idea. Raven, the gentlemen are leaving.
Then it's to be war between us, huh?
If you wish it, Mr. Hartford.
Carter, as the cards lie at the moment, the railroad goes through Hellgate Pass.
Colossal ego of the man. Who does he think he is, a feudal baron of the Middle Ages? We'll build a railroad through Hellgate Pass and forget him.
We'll build a railroad, all right, but I'll bet he'll be a hard man to forget.
War Eagle's been wanting to attack the railroad in force. Why should I hold him back?
I don't know. Why should you?
Have Snake Eye arrange it at once. Tell him to stop that wagon train of supplies that's coming overland for the railroad.
Another warrior killed by railroad men. Oh, what is shit? Give it town if talking. Mama na, tsitsina.
Anawe, sa. Inanito. Pakotes kwaneto. Kama.
Go with it.
Could you tell me from which direction the wagons are coming, Mr. Jackson?
Let me see. Right through that cut over there, miss.
Thank you.
Where's she going? To look for the wagon train that's coming overland with our supplies. Well, Jim, she shouldn't be riding out alone. Go on with it. All right, Jeff.
Isn't it wonderful to think that they've come all the way across the continent in those wagons?
They're lucky to have gotten this far without Indian trouble, miss.
Well, at any rate, they're safe now.
Maybe they are, and maybe they're not.
Who's that?
That's Tex.
Engines coming, big war party.
Ride to the end of the tracks and warn Jeff. I'll tell the wagons.
Come on,
out here.
get moving.
Indians! Indians! Indians are coming. Head for the train.
The Indians are
in that wagon.
Well, that's just too bad.
I'll call Mr. Hartford. I'll get him in here.
Indians, arm yourselves and get the women under cover. Where's my daughter?
I haven't seen her, Mr. Hartford.
War Eagles Redskins attack us. The train's making a run for us.
Where? My daughter. Have you seen her?
She's on the train. Hey, over those barricades, men. Couple of you wheel out that old cannon. Come on.
Too many men in camp. They shoot cannon. Get out, honey, Tahoe. Get on that Tahoe.
You're not hurt?
No, but I might have been killed if it hadn't been for... I owe you an apology, Mr. Ramsay.
There's no time for that. We've got to tend to our wounded, check our losses, and get this camp in order.
Right. Come on, men.
Let's get going.
Mr. Ramsay, I called you a bully and a coward. I apologize. You're not a coward.
Engine raid over at the construction camp, Carter.
Oh, that's too bad. But I warned Hartford this would happen if he persisted in building his railroad through the pass.
Was the railroaders wiped out, all of them? No, they drove off the Redskins. But it leaves Hartford mighty short of workers. He sent a man over here to try to hire hands.
We're offering double pay to laborers. There's a lot of us can make some money.
Now, listen, man, listen. Now, we in Black Hawk don't have any trouble with Indians. But the minute any of you town folks take a hand in building that railroad, we're going to have War Eagle to deal with. Now, if there's any of you men that want to help with John Hartford, declare yourselves now and get out of Black Hawk. No one, eh? I thought so. Come on and have a drink. All of you. They're on me, Bob. Drinks for everybody.
It's too bad that War Eagle couldn't make a more thorough job of it.
Yeah. Hartford's likely to send to the fort for help. If he gets a cavalry troop
They're
down
not
here...
here yet. Snake Eye, you go to War Eagle's village at once. Tell him that if the soldiers come, he and his people will be destroyed. Understand?
Sure, I'd tell him.
Tell him he must send out war parties. Cover every trail. He must not let one white man get to the fort or the telegraph.
How?
Maybe Carter will let us have men if we agree to go around the Red Hills.
Oh, no, that'd be playing right in his hand. There are a lot of good men in Black Hawk that'd be glad to help us, but Carter's got them all buffaloed.
But you said yourself it'd be better to go around the hills.
I know I did, but our bluff's been called. Mr. Hartford, if you weaken now, they'll never let you build that railroad. Carter's behind this Indian raid, and he's been behind all the others. Now he refuses to let you have men to work the road. If you change that route by a single yard, you'll not only be playing into his hand, but admitting that Carter is as he claims to be the law in this territory.
All right, Jeff. I refused to listen to you before, but I'm listening now. Give your orders, and I'll back every move.
Thank you, Mr. Hartford. Jim, send Murray with an armed guard to the telegraph station at Wolf Creek. Have him wire for laborers and Fort Custer for help.
Why don't you use our wire?
Carter's got it tapped. Gets every message we send out.
Tex, stick around and keep your eyes open. I'm calling on Carter.
Now you're talking, Jeff. That's the spirit that cleaned up Dodge City.
Jeff! I want to tell you something.
We'll make it short. I'm in a hurry.
Well, I just wanted to say, Mr. Ramsay, that only a fool would go on such an errand alone.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Tex, don't let him go alone.
Carter around?
Yes, I think he's expecting you. Bad luck you had over at the railroad.
Tell him I'm here.
Oh, hello, Ramsay. Come in. Take a chair. Well, what can I do for you?
My foreman reports that you refuse to let Black Hawk men work on the railroad. I just wanted to confirm that.
Folks in Black Hawk don't want your railroad. They're not going to risk having their scalps lifted by helping you build it. I warned you that War Eagle and his people wouldn't let you build through Hellgate Pass.
You seem pretty well informed on what War Eagle wants, Carter.
I am. His interests and mine are the same. Keep the settlers out of Red Hills and Sunset Mesa. But if Hartford will agree to build his road around the hills...
He won't. That railroad is going through Hellgate Pass in spite of you and your hired redskins.
Hartford has already lost a lot of men and equipment. Maybe the loss of his chief engineer may make him listen to reason.
I expected a trap. That's the reason I had 2 men posted outside of that window.
That bluff's too old, Ramsay. Won't work.
Don't pull that hardware, Jens. It won't be healthy. You about ready to go back to camp, Jeff?
Yes, Tex. I don't know that there's anything to keep me around here any longer.
Is coming. Wish he'd send that gal back home.
Why, Tex?
Always been my experience that where there's a woman, troubles just naturally gather like ants around a sugar bowl.
Quit worrying, will you?
Oh, I don't like.
No word from Murray at Wolf Creek? You suppose he reached there?
I'm afraid not.
Indians?
Maybe. I'll take Tex and we'll try to get through. Jim!
Good morning, miss.
Good morning.
What can I do for you, Jeff?
Tex and I are going to try to make it through to the telegraph station in Wolf Creek. Take charge of things when we get back.
Dad, I'm going with them.
What do you think, Jeff?
Well, this is a dangerous mission, Mr. Hartford. We can't be bothered with a girl.
Oh, please, Mr. Ramsay. My horse hasn't been exercised since I got here. Just the first mile or 2.
Will you turn back when I tell you to?
I promise.
All right. We won't take her very far, Mr. Hartford.
I'm riding out to Hacienda. I'll be back this afternoon.
Better take the boys with you. Remember, War Eagle's men have orders to kill any white man riding along the trails.
They won't dare attack me. War Eagle's my friend.
War Eagle may be your friend, but to those cutthroat bucks of his, you're just another white man with hair worth lifting.
I can take care of myself.
Well, it's as far as you go.
All right. Oh, this is beautiful country. Well, where is this wonderful Sunset Mesa that I hear so much about?
Lies just beyond that next range, but forget about that now and head back to camp.
I'm on my way.
Thanks, young lady. Where'd you come from?
Well, never mind about that. Let's take care of this wound.
No, I can carry a slug without
Will you
it.
take hold, please?
Playing nurse, eh?
No.
Well, don't run away. I don't even know your name.
I'll get you a horse.
Well, wait.
You need a doctor. I'll get to one quick.
All of them, Tex?
All but one. Reckon the Indians took him alive.
Poor devil.
Well, we can't send that telegram now.
Well, I guess all we can do is bury those poor boys. Come on.
Snake Eye says Tex and Ramsay have gone to Fort Custer. Good. And I'm throwing a big jamboree at the Silver Dollar tonight. Then you want Rita to get busy? That's right. Tell her and the other girls to go over to the railroad camp and invite all the men over for free drinks and dances. While they're enjoying themselves, we'll take over the work train.
Give me the same. I'll draw first.
Where are all the men, Bill? All the bunkhouses are empty.
They rode over to Black Hawk. Big jamboree at the Silver Dollar.
What'd you let them go for? Don't you know we have to be on the lookout for Indians?
Shucks. Indians don't attack at night.
Yeah? Well, we're not taking any chances. I'll go get them.
I never saw a fellow worry so much about Indians in my life.
I got aces and queens.
Now tell me, what did this wounded man look like?
Well, he was tall and very attractive. But I hope he got to a doctor.
Mr. Hartford, the camp is deserted.
What's that? Where are the men?
At a shindig over at the Silver Dollar. I'm going after them.
If this is a trick of Carter's, we'll need Jeff. Ride over to Wolf Creek and get him.
Yes, sir.
My idea of something is a rare and tearing stout. So sip up and get it, boys. The drinks are on the house. How am I doing, King?
Well, how are you doing?
Swell. This bunch won't go home until they're dragged out by the heels.
Fine. Keep them interested.
Come on, bartender, shut 'em up.
Hey, Jeff, the men have all left camp and gone to Black Hawk.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me about it on the way.
We'll fix fix the rails so the train jumps the track here.
That'll swing it over the brink to the canyon.
Snake Eye, you and Blade handle the engine, and don't forget to jump.
Oh, will you jump?
Now hurry it up, boys. We got to be in town before daylight.
One car. Give me 3. I'll call it. What do you got?
Jack's up.
Doggone it, this isn't any fun. Why can't we all go over to Black Hawk?
Yeah, let's play one more round, and then we'll go over to Black Hawk.
How about it? What do you say?
Max, Logan, get horses. Follow. We take train. Go.
Dad! The work train's moving.
They must be stealing it.
They're Indians.
Indians don't drive locomotives.
We've got to get help. I'm going to town for the men.
You stay where you are.
They're stealing the work train.
Jim, head for town and get the men.
Jim, they've stolen the train. I'm going to town for the men.
You can't go in that dive. I'll bring the men.
Where's Jeff?
He's gone after the train. Now get back to camp.
Where's Jeff?
On the engine.
Jeff's been killed, Tex.
It'd be a miracle if he won't, ma'am.
Won't these men who are fighting the railroad stop at anything?
Nothing short of a bullet, all right.
Hey! When you two get through talking it over, how about coming down here and giving somebody a hand?
Jeff, is that you?
Near as I can tell it is. Come on down and give me a hand.
Why, you old sidewinder.
I thought we'd never see you again.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Well, Carter sure made a nice job of it, didn't he?
Sure like to meet up with that hombre.
Say, I hope Jim's got our men rounded up.
He ought to be hitting town just about now.
And we ought to be hitting camp just about now.
So come on, boys. Get right up here and get it, huh? The drinks are on the house. Pour it out. That's it, boys. Pour it out. Drink it down. Yes, sir, man. Drink. Make it two. You'll sure do the town up brown. You heard me, son. Now, my idea of really something is a rare and tenth South. So come on, step right up here and get it, boys, huh? The drinks are on the house.
Railroadmen, all you railroadmen, listen to me. This free celebration is just a trick to get you men out of camp. What? How come? While you're here enjoying yourself, the outfit that's trying to wreck our job stole the work train and all the supplies on it. Listen. Come on back to camp with me before they wreck that too.
King, one of the railroad bosses is out here talking to the men.
These hombres won't war. We'll try to accommodate them.
Take care of him, Randy.
All right, railroad men, let's get out of here.
Mr. Carter. That's all right, Raven. This isn't the first time a bottle spoiled a man's aim.
All right, men, come on!
What happened to the train?
It was wrecked, Mr. Hartford, and all the equipment with it.
What are we going to do without a work train?
Let's go in the car and talk it over. Thanks. Give Brian a hand, will you?
Uh-huh.
He was on that train when it went over.
That's too bad.
What do you mean, boss?
Ramsay was a good man. Well, I'd hope to find out just how good.
You'll find out. Ramsay's still alive.
You sure of that?
I saw him riding away from the wreck with Houston and Hartford girl.
Which definitely proves one thing.
What?
That Ramsay is too smart for these fellas. Now, the only way to stop that railroad gang is to destroy their equipment. Now, we've made a good start, but they've got a lot more hidden away somewhere. So it's up to you fellas to locate it and get busy on it.
Is everything all right, Tex?
Oh, sure. Outside the work train and $1 million worth of stuff gone to ruin.
Where's Jeff?
In Hartford's car.
You're right, Mr. Hartford. Those men on the train were whites, not Indians.
That free jamboree they staged was a trick to get our men away from camp.
Was King Carter there, Jim?
Yes, I saw him once, just before the fight started.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he's the man behind all these Indian attacks.
I don't believe it. You must remember that I saw 3 Indians try to kill him.
That doesn't disprove the fact that there are thousands of other Indians friendly to him, even in his pay.
Well, it certainly does to me.
Well, what are we going to do for a work train?
I'll tell you. We'll put old number 9 back into service. She's a fairly good engine. There's enough equipment cast away in various spots to last till another shipment arrives.
we are, Bill. Let's make up for lost time.
You keep those redskins off us, and we'll be through Hellgate Pass pronto.
That's the spirit.
Come on, boys. Hurry up with that equipment. Hurry up, boys.
Well, Jeff Ramsay's kept his word. He said he'd have old number 9 back in commission this morning. Smart man, I think.
That's what he thinks, too.
You wouldn't be sarcastic, would you? Fine job, boys. Well, it looks as though we can go right ahead. I want to talk to you about the blasting this side of Hellgate. Did you get the explosives?
Yes, sir. They're on a siding just above the bridge.
Fine. Now, I think I'd better send Claire back to the camp.
We'd better send somebody with her. It's not safe for her to ride around in this hostile country alone.
Casey, drive Miss Claire back to the construction camp.
Yes, Mr. Hartford.
Now, in order to avoid this 2% grade, I think we should cut over through here. Now, what do you think?
You've got them hog-tied, Carter. In spite of their having another work train, they're short-handed and too busy fighting Indians to make any real progress with the railroad. Sooner or later, they'll bring in a company of troops from Fort Custer. Before that happens, I've got to strike a decisive blow at Hartford. Snake Eye, let him in.
Well, I found it, Carter. The powder.
Powder, eh? Where? How much?
Hartford has 2 boxcars of explosives hidden on siding and cut above railroad bridge.
Above the bridge?
Yeah, on top of steep grade.
Good. I told you, Raven, we'd have to strike a decisive blow. Well, Hartford has laid it right in my lap. Yes? What are you going to do? Blow up that railroad bridge and cut off all their chances of bringing up more equipment. Oh. It's kind of a large order, isn't it, Carter? Not at all. Trouble with you, Raven, you haven't any imagination. Now, this is how we'll do it. Snake Eye, you get Lone Feather and $12. Take Maddox with you. He's been a railroad man. Disguise yourself and Maddox as Indians. Put an obstruction in the middle of the bridge. Understand?
Yeah.
Then set fire to the boxcars of explosives and start them down the grade. When they hit that blockade of yours, they'll blow that bridge to kingdom come.
Or Hellgate Pass, huh? Ha!
They'll probably blow themselves up with the bridge.
Well, just so they get the job done.
You're going to be short of ties in a few days, Jeff.
I know, Mr. Hartford. I located a stand of timber yesterday. Hey, Jim, take the Woods gang and ride over to Pine Ridge and blaze some tie timber. We'll send the cutters in tomorrow.
Good. I've been wanting to take a ride.
Well, make sure you come back with your scalp.
That's Hartford's daughter. We take her.
She's no use to us. Besides, we got a job to do.
If Carter have her prisoner, he makes terms with Father. Don't shoot Squaw. We take her.
Look. Indians.
She dead?
Nah, just out. We put her on my horse, we take her.
We can't take her with us.
I know Cabe. We take her. Get her home.
Kenata slipa. Kena paha telu.
Well, where you been all morning?
Trying to pick up a line on who the white foreman is that's inciting engine attacks.
What did you learn?
I think I located a shack where these renegades change their duds to engine gear. I'm going back.
You better go with them, Jeff. Bill Bryan and I'll carry on here till you get back.
Thanks, Mr. Hartford. I'd like to investigate this.
Now that you got her here, what do you expect to do?
We take her to King Carter's hacienda. He paid good for this job.
I tell you, there's no time for that. We got to touch off those powder cars and blow the bridge.
All right. We leave Indians here to watch her. We pick her up on way back, huh? Lale! Hiyo!
Hartford's rig.
Yeah. Casey was driving Miss Hartford to the camp.
Indians got 'em. 10 or more bucks in this party. Them Redskins is less than an hour ahead of us. We can catch 'em.
I know we can catch him, Tex, but I'm afraid it'll be too late to do any good.
Put them down there.
Tie them fast so powder cars stop here. Hot go, hot go.
You hear that, Tex? It's Claire.
Jeff, are you all right?
Certainly I'm all right. And you'd be all right, too, if you get over that fool notion that you could prowl around all by yourself in Indian country.
Oh, is that so? Well, you listen to me, Mr. Jefferson Ramsay.
Oh.
If it wasn't for that fool notion of mine, as you call it, I wouldn't know that Indians, led by disguised white men, are going to blow up the bridge.
What?
The same men who killed Casey and caught me are going to set fire to the powder cars and roll them down the grade.
Hello, Jim. How'd you get here?
Well, we heard shooting on the way back from marking timber. What's going on here?
Plenty. I'll tell you about it later. Rooney, give Miss Claire your horse and mount one of those Indian broncs and ride into camp and send every armed man that you could possibly find to the bridge at once. You're going back to camp with Rooney.
Jeff, I don't want to go.
Come on, man.
ready, miss?
You got your orders from Mr. Ramsay. Now go back to camp and send all the men to Red River Bridge. Well, if you wait any longer, it'll be too late.
Hey! You can't!
Women. Darn 'em!
All right, Maddox. Now for the powder cars. You know, honey. Right, let me up.
Fight those Red Devils off, Tex. I gotta get aboard and stop those cars before they hit the bridge. Fight those Red Devils off, Tex. I gotta get aboard and stop those cars before they hit the bridge.
Here, drink this.
Jeff's done for Jim.
King Carter's responsible for this. I'm going to town and settle with him.
I'm aiming to get him before you do.
Jim! Tex!
That gal.
We got no time for her now.
Over here! Help me!
Boy, you spoiled a fine killing for me by being alive.
Yeah, you interfered with my collecting King Carter's scalp.
Listen, it's a good thing for you fellas that I am alive. You might have lost your own.
Well, I don't understand how you men can take these things so lightly.
Well, as long as you got to take them, that's the only way to do it. After all, boys, the loss of that bridge is serious. It means a complete change in plans. We got to go report to Mr. Hartford right away.
Good, Carter. Except Jeff Ramsay got away safe. I get one chance at him, but that Hartford girl get in way.
I was right, Snake Eye. The girl mustn't be harmed. And you'll get plenty of chances to finish off Ramsay. With that bridge destroyed, they can't bring up any more supplies by rail. But now that we've cut the telegraph, they may try to send somebody to a stage, so keep your eyes open.
I'll go back and get the necessary supplies if you'll suggest any way for me to get back.
The stage always gets through. It's due here from the east today and goes back tomorrow.
I'll take it.
Well, I'd suggest an armed escort.
That'll not be necessary. Besides, we can't spare the man.
Well, you're the boss.
I'll go with you, Dad.
Oh, no, dear. It's too risky.
Oh, I don't mind the risk. And I don't want to stay here alone.
If Miss Hartford wants to go, I'd suggest that you take her.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Brian can keep the men busy filling in and tamping the road bed until the new supplies arrive.
While I'm back there, I'll speak to the commandant at Fort Custer and see if we can get some military protection.
You'll definitely go on the stage.
Definitely.
Pick 6 good men for that armed escort tomorrow. We're liable to run into trouble.
I could use a little excitement.
I sure found the place where that white man who bosses the engines hides out.
Boy, if we could only catch him and prove that Carter's responsible, we'd have him right where we want him.
Then let's get going. It's a long ride.
Wait. I'll check with the stage driver about Mr. Hartford going east tomorrow.
Don't forget your girlfriend.
How can I? I hope she never comes back. Hi, Lacey. They tell you about picking up Mr. Hartford tomorrow?
Yep, I won't forget.
Have any trouble with Indians?
Nope, they don't trouble me none.
Take care.
Hello, Lacey. Just in time to join me. Bob.
Shot of whiskey.
Bring many passengers?
Nope. But I'm taking 2 mighty important ones east tomorrow.
That's so. Who are they?
Well, the president of this here railroad needed order.
They don't say. They going all the way east?
Nope, just first Fort Custer.
Well, I hope you don't have any Indian trouble.
Indians don't bother me none. Here's to your health, Mr. Carter.
Drink hearty. Hartford's going to Fort Custer for troops.
When?
Tomorrow on the stage. Get Snake Eye on the job at once. Tell him to take the girl to War Eagle's village. Maybe I can stage a thrilling rescue and become her noble protector.
Women don't belong in this business.
But if they insist on entering it?
Then they should be treated exactly as any other enemy.
Umbre's hideout is just over that rise.
Let's take a look. That's the man, all right.
Yeah. Now, the next thing you do is take him alive. You know, it's plumb hard to sneak up on a breed.
Well, then we won't sneak up on him. Come on. Up.
Come in and get me!
Maybe I will. Don't take a shot at him.
Huh?
We want him alive. Maybe he'll answer a few questions.
Too bad we could have taken that breed. Why in thunder didn't you let me plug him?
You could have plugged yourself with that hand. But at that, I'd like to send him on that stage tomorrow with Hartford. Let the boys kind of work on it.
Yeah, and I'd like to have sent him some other place and let somebody else work on it.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Jeff send that escort as he wanted to do.
Now, don't worry, dear. There isn't any danger. The stage has never been attacked.
Buffalo meat. Gee, what I wouldn't give for a steak off of one of them critters.
We got more important things to do than that, Tex.
You're always spoiling my eats.
How far are we going to ride, Jeff? Well, just far enough to make sure the stage is out of danger.
If I was an engine, I'd pick Bolt or Cut to jump the stage.
Hey, maybe you're right at that, Tex. Let's head for there.
Time is to pass. Paco.
sure fooled us.
Well, they can't be far away. Come on.
Look, Dad. It's Jeff and the men.
Right, about an escort.
Hey, fellas! They got us surrounded. Come on, take the cover.
Is that old bridge still over Stone Canyon?
Was the last time I took notice.
What's on your mind? Trying to sneak across it, pick up an Indian pony, and get back to camp for help. You're right. Those devils will keep us here till we starve to death.
Let's get going. We might make it.
Hey, Tex, the old bridge is still there.
Hang on, Tex. I'm letting go.
Don't do it. You'll break your neck.
Oh, there's a ledge down there, and I'm aiming for it. I made it, Tex. I'm riding for help, Tex. Try to get back to the others.
No way home. This way over there now.
Tom, see if you can stop that Indian over there.
Nice shot.
Good shot, Sergeant. You almost got me. Who are you? Jeff Ramsay. I'm an engineer for the railroad. A band of Indians that got some men of mine holed up in a wash above Ox Canyon. They can't stand them off much longer.
We'll take care of that. You lead the way.
How about a horse?
Remount.
Look, more of the Redskins closing in on us.
You know, Tex, this looks like our finish. I don't think Jeff got through.
I guess not.
He's alone.
He didn't get through.
He sure did. The troops.
We thought you didn't get through.
Why, you got here just in the nick of time.
Thank you, Sergeant, for cleaning up this mess, and give my regards to Captain Job. I'll report this to Captain right away, sir. All right, boys, we'll round up our horses. Remember, we got to visit Black Hawk tonight.
You bet. Noisy, eh, Jeff? Let's go in and quiet him down.
We're going in, all right. I want to talk to Carter, but you two stay out of the argument unless he starts something.
It's not at all unlikely.
Looks like Jeff Ramsay and his two partners are coming in here.
Ramsay, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll be glad to see him, won't we?
Hey, Ramsay, my treat. Bring your friends over to the bar.
You boys better be ready to get out of here in a hurry.
What the hell, Ramsay?
I don't like this place. I don't like King Carter either.
I don't think, Carter. I came here to offer terms.
Yes? I thought you'd pull in your horns now that Hartford's walked out on you.
Mr. Hartford will be back. Look, Carter. I'm here to offer you terms of a right-of-way for the railroad through Hellgate Pass and Sunset Mesa.
And suppose I don't want to sell my land?
Then we'll have to take it.
If you or Hartford or any of you try to go through the pass, I'll smash you like this.
You shot high, Carter. Not a clean job.
You're a good shot, Ramsay.
Just fair. I'll be seeing you after Mr. Hartford gets back.
You mean if he gets back? Hartford's coming back, and I want to know when.
Blade will get all the information he can from Ramsay's sidekicks. After that little talk with Carter, I think we better meet the stage and bring it in by the river road.
Good idea.
What's the matter, Jeff? Expecting another attack on it?
Just keep my powder dry.
You and your Indian friends bungled the last attack on the stage. Now, I want this job done right or...
Jeff Ramsay and his pals are riding out to meet the stage and bring it in by the river road.
Looks like Ramsay's putting all his eggs in one basket.
Couldn't have planned it better myself. Get out to the Indian village as fast as your horse will carry you. Not that way, blockhead.
What's wrong, Jeff?
Nothing, Mr. Hartford, just taking precautions.
What is it? Do you think the Indians might attack us again?
Not if I can help it, but we gotta move fast. Lacey, take the right fork and go in by the river road.
What's the idea?
Just a hunch.
of signal soldiers coming. Pancayo, Inahani Po, Ialata. What'd you tell them? I've come to spread out, ambush soldiers.
That wasn't Grey Wolf.
You white man trick. We're dead chief blood on it. Here, said. Ganga Tartania. Hey, you know how they talk.
This state. Get them off the road, down to the river. Is there a hand axe in the stage?
Going to cut yourself a tree?
Oh, a branch, you jughead.
What's he going to do?
Cover our tracks.
Take care of Lacey and the guard. Out of here. Stay close to the river. You can cross it about 2 miles down. Tex and I have work to do.
Coming back here.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Look, Tex, this fellow's no Indian.
Fool stunt. Making us look like Indians. It wasn't worth what he paid.
What? Who paid?
Freely. Only he didn't.
Where's Greeley now?
Black Hawk. The dirty double-crossing.
To Ed. From King... Tex, this doesn't prove that Carter is inciting Indians, but it might come in handy as a bluff.
I know Greeley. He runs a stable in Black Hawk. He's as crooked as a manzanita branch.
Tex, you and I'll make sure that the stage gets back safely. And tonight, we're going to Black Hawk.
I was afraid of that.
Really around?
No.
You know where he is?
No.
Thanks.
Thanks for what?
For nothing.
See, what Ramsay wanted me?
You didn't say.
You better check with Carter.
Hey, what's going on inside?
Big party. Strangers celebrate.
What do they celebrate?
The finish of that pesky railroader, Ramsay. Injuns got him.
You don't say.
Sure do. Go on in. Free eats and drinks, all on King Carter.
Thanks, I will.
There you go, spoiling King Carter's fun again.
You go see if you can locate Greeley.
I said before, always spoiling somebody's fun.
Men who respect law and order, let's drink to the passing of our friend, Mr. Jeff Ramsay.
You being just a little previous, Mr. Carter?
Remarkable. Every time your death is reported, you appear to prove the lie.
Find it disappointing?
Well, rather disconcerting.
Don't you start any trouble, Ramsay, or I'll throw you in jail.
Marshal, Mr. Ramsay has no intention of starting trouble, now or any other time.
You're right, Carter. I'm a great finisher when somebody else starts it. By the way, a friend of yours ran into a little accident today.
Well, that's always regrettable.
Particularly in this case. See, he was masquerading as a bad Indian and got treated as one.
Ed. That must be Ed Craig.
Working for you?
Well, he did once, but I had to discharge him about, when was it, Bowers?
About 6 months ago. After I told you he joined the Indians on a raid of a wagon train.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Ramsay, you and I have a lot in common. Too bad we can't work together.
Yes, but it's what we haven't got in common that keeps us on opposite sides of the fence. You can't win, Carter. Civilization's caught up with you. And it'll pass you, whether you like it or not.
Will you excuse us, Mr. Ramsay?
Certainly, Mr. Carter.
Ramsay's hunting Greeley. Craig must have talked. The testimony of a dead man can't be used.
No?
I don't want Greeley to talk anymore either.
I'll take care of that.
Good. And tell Bowers that somebody must be arrested for killing Greeley.
Yeah.
But let yourself be seen with the marshal.
Oh.
Wait. Don't you two go out together.
You're coming with me to see Jeff Ramsay and do some talking.
I ain't going nowhere if anybody will do any talking.
Well, you're wrong.
Get out!
Why should I?
Because you're under arrest. That gun been fired lately?
Sure has, right lately.
I'm arresting you for murder.
Did you do this, Tex?
No, I didn't get a chance.
You're making a mistake, Marshal.
You keep out of this and quit talking to my prisoner or I'll lock you up too. Come on.
What happened? Who's the marshal got and what's he done?
He's one of the railroad men. Shot Greeley down and Greeley wasn't even armed.
Well, let's get him inside.
Give him to us. We know what to do with him. I am holding him legal. We've got law and order in this town. Are we going to stand for this?
There's a crowd threatening to storm the jail and take the prisoner.
That won't do.
Why?
If the town marshal can't enforce the law, the troops will move in and do it for him. That won't suit me at all. There's a much smarter way to handle that.
Take him away from you.
Listen, you man. We've always had law and order in Black Hawk, and we're going to continue to have it. Now get away from the jail.
This fellow's a killer.
He killed Greeley in cold blood. I said get away from the jail and stay away.
Yeah?
Get away from that window. The door's unlocked, but don't try to come out. They're waiting for you. They'll shoot you down if you do. Lay low.
I thought Ramsay was going after his partner, but he didn't, so I let him go.
Right. I don't want any shootings around here that can't be explained.
He rode out of town leading Houston's horse.
Well, he's not a fellow that'll give up easy. But you keep watch. They'll have to work fast because it'll soon be sunup.
Houston won't make a break now.
I can't savvy why he didn't discover the jail door was unlocked.
Well, he didn't, so I'll go lock it.
go. Mount up. I told you Ramsay wasn't through.
Only one way out.
Back already, that was Winners of the West, the first part, and yes, it was a long one, and the second part is just as long, so I have to cut this short. The stars the great Dick Foran as a cowboy. I always like Dick Foran when he plays a cowboy. So, thanks again for tuning in. See us next time, and if you can, go to Don's Breakfast Cereal Show on YouTube and hit like and subscribe, and you'll never miss one of my shows. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye-bye.